Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is A Visit to Moscow, a really interesting graphic novel. So this is an uncorrected advanced reader copy, so I get the art, I get the story, I don't necessarily get the actual package that has been released. It's been out for a couple weeks, I believe. So this is from West Margin Press. It's adapted by Anna Olswanger from a story by Rabbi Rafael Grossman, illustrated by Yevgenia Nayberg. So this is based on a true story. I think they call it, I want to get the exact term because I really liked what it called. Something nonfiction. It was like adapted fiction or something like that. So the story is a historical fiction. That's what they call it. So the story is it's 1965, and a group of American rabbis travel to the Soviet Union. There's a lot of stories about how Jews are being treated in the Soviet Union, which did not look too kindly on the religion as a whole, but specifically Judaism. And these rabbis went to go and figure out what was going on. So this is a story about one particular rabbi who sneaks off from their guide and tracks down somebody specific to find out what's going on. What he discovers is a little boy who even the country doesn't know about, the government doesn't know about, who's only lived in the apartment that he was born in. The boy's being raised as Jewish. He is learning to speak in Yiddish. He's learning about the Torah, but he's never seen a rabbi, never been to a temple, any of that. So from there, the rabbi decides to try to get them out of the country. So it's really kind of it's inspired by a true story. There's a lot of notes from this rabbi who went through this trip and these events that was going on that was called "Let My People Go," which was this massive exodus of Russian Jews to Israel. Even the person who wrote this wasn't 100% sure exactly what was true, what wasn't from the rabbi's notes. So it's a really kind of fascinating read. It's a reminder of, I think, what a lot of people do to hide and be their true selves. It's a reminder that it wasn't that long ago that Jews were still very oppressed and hated in so many ways by so many people, and that there is a viable reason for the state of Israel to exist. That it spun out of the Holocaust, but many oppressed groups of Jews found refuge there for decades afterwards. So it's a really interesting graphic novel. The other thing that I think is really kind of fascinating is the art. The art reminds me a lot of the art that I would see in temples themselves. Like, I don't know quite how to describe this style, but for some reason it reminds me a lot of the Jewish books that I might have grown up reading or seeing, or even just kind of the pictures in temples themselves. Like, I really don't know quite how to describe the art style, but it reminds me a lot of art that I saw growing up. Overall, I think it's a fascinating read. It's one that I actually think that those who are Jewish will probably connect with it a lot more. For those who want some history, maybe to just learn a little bit about some history, I think it's well worth checking out. It's just overall, it's a really, really interesting read, and definitely something very unique that's out there in the comics community. You can go get this now. We've got. You should be able to get this from comic shops. You might be able to get this from comic shops. Now, link to beneath this video. We're putting your zip code. Tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links where you can purchase your own copy. There'll be affiliate links, so we get a small percentage. By doing that, you help support our site. Again, I want to thank West Margin Press for hooking us up with the review copy, and of course, thank you all for watching. If you are into comics or into graphic novels, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games. you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.